I don't know why this says I'm multi-streaming with Restream.io, because I'm not. Let me fix that. Okay, I don't actually know how to fix it. Ah. No. Alright, well whatever. I'm going into the chat now. I'll see what's going on. Hey buddy. How's everybody doing? Oops, got an echo. Alright, I was streaming on Twitch. People are getting kicked out, so my only choice was to switch over to YouTube. So, I'm here. And I'm just showing off the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. Before I continue, I need to see if I can edit the title. How do I change the title of a live stream? I have no idea how to do that. Whoops. Seems like they should make it easier to fix that stuff, right? I would like to call it the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM so people know what we're looking at. WB is watching? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What, do you think they wouldn't want me to stream Mortal Kombat stuff? Like old stuff from '96? Who cares? I shouldn't have an issue with that. Well, it says that I'm restreaming with my multi-streaming with Restream.io, and I'm not. And that's misinformation. That is bad information. That is not true. And I would like to remove that, but I don't know how. Maybe this. Live streaming the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. Now, how do I save that? I don't know. Maybe I did save it. Maybe it automatically does that. I'll refresh. Oh, you like the Windows 95 overlay? Thank you. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. And that's not just a joke. I actually did have to install Windows 95 in order to get this software working. I have no idea how else I could do the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. Not on a modern system. I have to run it in a virtual environment. So, here we go. Here we go. We're going to look at the next picture. Oh, I recognize this one. Guys, this is the scene where Johnny Cage and Scorpion are fighting in the movie. This is a really cool one to see. You know what? I need to do something here. I need to rearrange my windows so that I can see the chat more easily and control everything. Perfect. Love it. Alright. So this is cool to see the original black and white sketch before the set was finalized. Oh, yeah. Outworld with the Black Tower. And it looks like Liu Kang and Johnny Cage just arriving. This is the scene where they first made it to Outworld. It's like, you know, we're in a hostile environment, surrounded by people who probably want to kick my ass. This is like being back in high school. There's the gargoyle statue. I don't actually remember seeing crows on top of them. That implies that these might be scarecrows of some kind. Very cool. Very cool, but one of these statues is the one that eventually merges with Reptile. That was an idea that came to the team very late into production, almost last minute. Another great shot of that statue. Love this stuff. Absolutely love it. Hey, there's the CG Reptile. That was how they sketched him out from the get-go. Yeah, that wasn't just bad CG. They did that on purpose. They definitely built him this way, deliberately. So this is very different from the John Tobias art style. Can you tell? This is a much, much different take on Reptile. Not the way John Tobias drew him, ever. Maybe John Tobias's art should have been the basis for the CG. I think that would have been cool. Reptile definitely looks more reptilian here. Oh, look at this. Look at this, it's like the mountain range, the mountain base. Probably part of Shang Tsung's island. You can kind of see all those stairs there. You know, I just remember Johnny Cage getting to the top and be like, whew, no more stairs. Alright, back to the gargoyle statue again. What kind of order is these pictures in? Who decided the order of these? I would definitely arrange these pictures in a more logical, organized sequence. Actually, this may be the exact same picture as before. Hold on. Yeah, he's holding his hands kind of backwards there, I see. Well, it is the same picture. This is just zoomed out, shrunken down, and you can see more of it. But it's the same exact picture. They just showed you two different versions of the same thing. Alright, moving on. What is this? When does anything like this happen in the movie? If you look closely, there's a face inside the statue implying that it ate someone alive. Yeah, I caught that. It was because the test audience said there was not enough fighting in the movie that they shot the reptile scene, right? Maybe. Maybe that is why. Oh, I don't know if they said it was because there's not enough fighting, or if it was because Reptile was supposed to be a ninja, and you never got to see him as one. I think that may have been the reason. Thank you. This is the scene where Johnny Cage uses a shield on Scorpion. Great job. Great job, Gabo Esparza, for figuring that out. And Amp 2, yeah, that is the shield that Johnny Cage uses to slice Scorpion's skull up. Good deal, guys. Okay, I'm going to try and read this. Mortal Kombat Aurora Borealis effect. Okay, so the Aurora Borealis, for those of you who don't know, is the Northern Lights. If you look at the sky here in Earthrealm for certain parts of the North Hemisphere, you'll see some crazy lights in the sky that has to do with the patterns created by the Earth's magnetic field. And they're saying that something like that kind of happens near the end of the movie, right where Liu Kang defeats Shang Tsung and all the souls go free. They're trying to make it look like that. They're trying to recreate the Aurora Borealis effect. So that's kind of cool that they had that planned out and sketched out from the very beginning. It doesn't translate well to a black and white sketch, though, I've got to say. Black and white sketch does not do the Aurora Borealis justice by any means. Alright, this is some very, very deep-seated trivia. If you look in the background during the Liu Kang versus Reptile fight, there's a spot on the wall where they actually have a combat code printed out. And this is a zoom in, this is a very good close-up shot of that combat code. Some deep, deep trivia, deep Easter eggs buried in the Mortal Kombat movie right there. Alright, that's the scene from the Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung fight. Again, this is like arriving on Shang Tsung's island with all those stairs. Oh wow, you recognized which which combat code it was. Great shot of Shang Tsung's island. Fantastic shot. Look how huge that thing is. That mountain range is sticking up way past the clouds in the sky. Such a good shot from a fantasy point of view. Love it. Love this stuff. I've seen the Reptile vs. Liu Kang in the MK movie before. Yep. Same as Atomics. Yep. And we're back to the beginning. You know what? Let me notify everybody. If I didn't tell everyone yet. Okay, hopefully anybody who's having trouble with the Twitch knows. Let me tell one more person. There's one person I skipped. Hey, Brian. It's going good, buddy. We're just going through the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. I've been going over this for like the last 3 hours on Twitch. We're almost done. We've got Goro Lives, Characters and Actors, Special Effects. And I see Gabo Esparza, you're on top of your game. You're like, okay, Characters and Actors. What do you think about Liu Kang's arc and deception forward? Honestly, I loved the idea that he was Spirit Liu and Zombie Liu. I loved it at first, but you just don't want it to go on like that forever. And it kind of lasted until Raiden's time travel thingy. It's like, hey, they never resolved it. Like, that can't last forever, but it was never fixed. Raiden just rebooted time. That should have been solved. Alright, if you guys have ever seen my video about where Shang Tsung and Quan Chi are from, you'll know that I already pulled Shang Tsung's bio from here. So, some of this I've kind of teased a little bit before. I show some of these things off in some of my videos, but I'm willing to show the whole thing here. So you guys tell me, what bio do you want to see first? Just shout out whatever character you see on the screen. We'll go for them. Liu Kang. Okay, want to start from the beginning, huh? Alright. Liu Kang is the direct descendant of Kung Lao, a humble monk from the Temple of the Order of Light. It was Kung Lao who defeated Shang Tsung 500 years ago. Instead of following in the footsteps of his ancestor, Liu Kang, fed up with the ancient teachings of his elders, left the Temple of the Order of Light to seek life in America. Plagued by dark visions of the future, he returns home to find that his brother Chan has been killed from the hands of someone at the tournament. Seeking redemption for fleeing his destiny, Liu Kang enters the tournament in search of his brother's killer. Portrayed by Robin Shu, raised in California, but a veteran of many Hong Kong martial arts films, Shu performs all of his own fight scenes in Mortal Kombat. Shu is the winner of several martial arts competitions in the US and Hong Kong. He's also an international wushu champion. Alright, we'll get to Shang, we'll get to Scorpion, we'll get to Sonya, we'll get to everybody. Welcome back, Lone Wolf Productions. So let's look at some pictures of Liu Kang. There's a good one, there's a very good one. That's a very hard kick to pull off. Not only from his point of view, but also from the photographer. You really have to be fast when you're snapping that picture, because you don't have a whole lot of time. You have to have everything ready, and you have to be lightning fast with your finger on the shutter button. Okay, good. I'm glad people are starting to make it in. Sorry about the Twitch. Sorry about the Twitch glitch, we'll call it. Alright, well, Sonya's next. Here we go. Alright, that's Bridget Wilson. Bridget Wilson Sampras, as they call her now. So, good shots of her. Lieutenant Sonya Blade is a member of an elite U.S. Special Forces unit. She's on the trail of a criminal known only as Kano, when she's lured to the tournament by the demon sorcerer Shang Tsung. Sonya is extraordinarily effective at her job. However, she only trusts one person on this planet, Jackson. You're talking to her. If she lets her personal mission of revenge get in the way, the tournament will surely be lost, and Earth will fall into forever damnation at the hands of Shang Tsung. Portrayed by Bridgette Wilson. After starring in The Last Action Hero and Billy Madison, Wilson proved the perfect choice for Sonya Blade. Well, there you go. Katana. Took us some pictures of Talisa Soto here. Yes, all very good photos. Hey, Matty Ice is in the house. We're just going over the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. Not a whole lot of people got a chance to ever see this. I've got a picture of it, but you can also kind of see it here. I'm holding it. Doesn't actually need the CD to work. It can run off an ISO, which is how I'm doing it. So the CD is protected right there. And just continuing on here, the beautiful Princess Katana is the adopted daughter of the great and might Emperor Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn overthrew her parents, who ruled Outworld when she was a baby. When this happened 10,000 years ago, Kahn took her as her own. Oh no, they meant to say as his own. Kahn took her as his own. Then permitted Shang Tsung to destroy the once lush Outworld. She is essentially a prisoner of the Dark Emperor, watched over carefully by Shang Tsung and his Outworld creatures. Although her true intentions are known only be her, Katana is a key to the survival of the realm of Earth. The exotic Talisa Soto can be seen in New Line Cinemas at Don Juan de Marco and The Centerfold. Her other credits include The Doors, Mambo Kings, and License to Kill. Very cool. Alright. You can't run from me, Shang. I'm clicking on you. Shang Tsung. The shape-shifting, soul-stealing demon sorcerer of Outworld, Shang Tsung has controlled the Mortal Kombat tournament for the past 9 generations. From each tournament, he's stolen the souls of vanquished warriors, feeding his unholy powers. With this 10th and final tournament, Shang Tsung intends to unbalance the forces between good and evil, and open a portal to the realm of Earth. This will allow him and his Dark Emperor to enter our realm and wreak the same havoc in our dimension as they have in Outworld. There's a good picture of Shang Tsung in a red shirt. You don't really see him wear that in the movie, so you only ever see these pictures of him when he's on set. Yeah, also, very formidable pose by Kerry Tagawa. Pointing right at you. Like Uncle Sam wants you to join the army. Hey, wait, there's more here. Portrayed by Kerry Hiroyuki Tagawa. Kerry is a well-known Hollywood actor who is well-versed in playing villains. He can be seen in such films as Rising Sun, License to Kill, The Last Emperor, and Twins. Alright, time for Johnny Cage. Hey, they used that same expression that they did for the games. A legend in his own mind. That's what they said about him in the games bios before, whoever was with me on Twitch for that. A legend in his own mind, Hollywood superstar Johnny Cage enters the tournament to prove to his fans that he's not a fake. He wants the entire world to know that whatever he does on the big silver screen, he can do for real. However, his ego is bigger than the tournament itself, and some of his opponents don't want his autograph. If Johnny Cage isn't careful, he may never live to see another movie. Portrayed by Lyndon Ashby, he most recently starred with Kevin Costner and Wyatt Earp from acclaimed director Lawrence Kasdan. His other credits include 8 Seconds and Mr. and Mrs. Bridge, starring Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. Well, there you go. Let's look at these pictures, huh? No, I don't know what happened exactly the first time. He had some issues come up. It made it impossible for him to do that interview, and then that was really the only time he had available. After that, he got too busy. It got crazy. Alright, let's look at Raiden, spelled with the Y. The Temple of the Order of Light considers Raiden to be the god of thunder and protector of the realm of Earth. He guides our heroes Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade on their quest to save the realm of Earth in a journey to discover their own destiny. Portrayed by Christopher Lambert, an international superstar who best known for his work in the Highlander films. He can also be seen in Greystroke, The Legend of Tarzan. Okay, great shots of him right there. Kano. Kano is a member of the Black Dragon organization, one of the most dangerous crime syndicates in the world. He's also the hated enemy of Sonya Blade. Kano agrees to lure Sonya Blade to the Mortal Kombat tournament for a large price, but he has little understanding of the dark forces from which he deals. Portrayed by Trevor Goddard, an accomplished Australian actor who will be featured in the upcoming films Men at War, Illegal in Blue, and The Break. Oh yeah, there's always people MK Online can interview. There's always stuff. MK Online's always got something cooking. You don't have to worry about that. Great behind-the-scenes shots here of Trevor Goddard as Kano. Love this. Yes, Outworld, we moved to Twitch, or from Twitch. I don't know how you want to say it. Yeah, we moved away from Twitch. We kind of had to. We kind of had to, didn't we? Christopher Lambert's hairline is a vortex point, much like Bermuda's Triangle. Lol. It is sad that he passed away. That's a great shot. I have that knife too somewhere. That's the Gil Hibben Raptor knife. If you want to look it up on eBay, the Gil Hibben Raptor knife is the same one that is used for this film. That's what Kano had. I don't know what happened with Twitch earlier. Scorpion. Scorpion is reincarnated Spectre bent on revenge. After an early death at the hands of Sub-Zero, Scorpion's ancestors would not allow him into the hallowed victory call of his clan. The only way to appease the elders was to kill Sub-Zero himself. However, his mission has been put on hold by the demon sorcerer Shang Tsung, who wields a mysterious power over him. But Scorpion has an equally mysterious power. From deep within his body, he summons a biometallic, snake-like creature that can attack any opponent at a seemingly endless distance. The creature's razor-sharp fangs tear Scorpion's enemies to pieces. I think it's a parody of the Superman curse. Portrayed by Chris Casamassa. Chris is 1989 to 1993 World Open Forums NASCA champion. 1989 to 1994 four-time #1 NASCA champion. 1992 Hardstyle Weapons champion. He's also president and chief instructor for Red Dragons Karate's 25 schools in California. Look at that. Well, I guess the who played Jax and Kano in the first film are gone. This is a great shot of Chris Casamassa here. Another equally good one. I don't know which one's more iconic. This one, I think he was on Shang Tsung's ship, and this one, he's in that forest before he fights Johnny Cage. And the last one here is Sub-Zero. The original Kano and Jax are still alive and in great health. Yeah, that is true. The ones from the games? Rich DiVigio, John Parrish, we still got them. Now, listen to this bio. Actually, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. I want to talk about Scorpions for a second. This whole thing, where it says he is not allowed into the hallowed victory hall of his clan, That was never stated in the movie or the games or anywhere besides one other source in addition to the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. It's the Mortal Kombat comics by Malibu. The Mortal Kombat Malibu comics said that Scorpion is not allowed into his clan's hallowed victory hall until he defeats Sub-Zero. Maybe they said that in The Journey Begins also, now that I'm thinking about it. So, those two places, but that was never in the games. It's weird that that stuff ended up in both the Malibu comics and in parts of the Threshold's Mortal Kombat universe. So I think that's very interesting. And then Sub-Zero's bio doesn't make sense with things because they say he's from a Chinese ninja clan. In the movie universe, Sub-Zero's ninja clan is from Outworld. It's believed that this warrior is a member of the Lin Kuei, a legendary clan of Chinese ninjas. He killed Scorpion in battle many years ago and is now haunted by his ghost. Although bitter enemies with Scorpion, he finds himself forced to fight side by side with his foe in the dark service of the demon sorcerer Shang Tsung, who has enslaved them with his mysterious powers. Although Sub-Zero's actual origins are shrouded in mystery, one fact is well known. Should you cross him in any way, his deep freeze will leave you helplessly frozen. Portrayed by Francois Petit, a world-class martial artist who holds the title of Kaiden Shihan, which is the highest title of master in Jiu-Jitsu in the world. He also holds a 7th degree black belt in ninjutsu, a 7th degree black belt in karate do, and a 3rd degree black belt in judo. Well, geez, don't mess with this guy. Oh, this is the scene where he's getting frozen to death. That is how it was shot. If you remember, the scene of Sub-Zero just gets impaled by that icicle thanks to Liu Kang's bucket, and he gets frozen in place by his own power. That is the scene where the magic happens. Matt, we do sometimes do those sorts of viewings of The Journey Begins. I don't think that's allowed to do on YouTube, but you are allowed to do that on places like Rabbit. So if you ever want to do something like that, there's a couple of guys. In fact, some of them might be in this channel right now. So if you're one of those people who likes to watch The Journey Begins on Rabbit, speak up and maybe see if Matt K can be invited to the next viewing party. That'd be fun. Yeah, Rabbit is the place for that, not YouTube. Alright, so we are done with a lot of stuff. We have Goro Lives and special effects. Oh, and CJ Toman said hello. Hey, what's going on, buddy? That makes sense. That makes sense. So, alright, I'll let the chat decide whether Goro Lives or special effects should be next. Oh, and guys, sometimes I stream on Twitch, sometimes I stream on YouTube. I prefer Twitch these days, but we'll see if that remains. I kind of like YouTube as well, so I'm still a little torn. But if you want to talk to each other through any platform, I know that a lot of us have Twitter, so you can type your Twitter handles in here and follow each other. Okay? I'll lead. I'm gonna type my Twitter username right now. Okay, so feel free to follow me on Twitter, and feel free to type your own Twitter handles, and you can follow each other as well. Okay, so Goro Lives, and I'm seeing more special effects. I'm seeing a lot more special effects. I feel like this could be a meme. I feel like this is good meme material. When she's mad and she asks you... No, wait. When she's mad and you ask her if she's on her period. This would be a good meme. You need to create a fantastic, futuristic, frightening vessel to take your heroes on their perilous journey. The boat should look like a junk that Shang Tsung, the evil sorcerer, has summoned from the far corner of an outworld ocean. You will have to shoot elaborate scenes and stunts on the dragon's wing. Do you A. Rent a junk and have your set dressers fix it up to your liking? B. Rent a junk for the exterior wide shots and build a portion of the interior and exterior? C. Build a portion and create the wide exterior shots digitally on the computer? Well, I think they were all about the computer effects. I think C might be a safe bet. What do you guys think? I will wait for the chat to catch up. And in the meantime, I saw someone ask me, what do I think about the MK11 trailer? Actually, I did make a video a little while about that, a little while ago. Kind of my breakdown would be, basically, it's a kick-ass trailer. I love it. I think there's time travel involved. I think that girl can switch between time streams, and I think she's bringing a Scorpion from the past, from the old timeline into the new timeline. I think she has that power. I think ultimately she probably wants to undo Raiden's damage that he did to the time stream, and I think she wants to set things back to the old time stream. So I think a lot of us old school Mortal Kombat fans should get behind her. I think everybody agrees with C. Build a portion and create the wide... Oh wait, before I click on it, what's this? Ooh, behind the scenes artwork of the ship being built. Alright, I like that. This is where the ship arrives and everybody's kind of looking at it. Alright, let's go with C. This is your only real solution. It makes sense to build a live action for some portions of the boat, namely the ship's hold and the exterior deck. The ship's hold is the site of many elaborate stunts that require special effects. If you build an actual set, it'll be much easier to prepare for effects shots. An exterior deck set provides control over weather and lighting and provides easy access for green screen use, a special effects tool used often in movie making. Hey, we know about green screen here, don't we? For wide shot exteriors of the Dragon's Wing, turn to the computer. FX designers can build a boat as large and elaborate as desired, and once in the computer, an image can be used when and wherever you need it. You have a great construction team to build the set portions, but how do you create your digital ship? First, you need to design the ship in an illustrated form. Then everyone can agree on the design and you can get input from the computer animators to make sure they can accomplish the look you want. Next, you build a three-dimensional skeleton of the ship to establish its proportion and shape, and to give your animators something to build on. This is called a wireframe in the computer world. After you have the basic structure, you need to establish the textures you're going to use for the different parts of the boat. Wood for the bow, cloth for the sails, etc. The next step is to apply the textures for your ship. Then you put your Dragon's Wing in the shot. Add interactive lighting, mist, and all the bells and whistles for the final shot that you drop into the movie. Wow, that's a lot of information. I kind of hope they're not all like that. In your script, the evil Shang Tsung has captured Sonya Blade and is taking her to the shadowy kingdom of Outworld. Shang Tsung is baiting our heroes, challenging them to enter his world in order to save theirs. In one of the most dramatic moments of the movie, our heroes rise to the challenge. You must decide how to get the characters into the different dimension without losing any of the drama. How do you do it? A. Use the dissolve, signifying the passage of time. B. Have Shang Tsung create a storm that carries their characters to Outworld. C. Have the door to the Great Hall open in a supernatural way, creating a portal to the Outworld. Alright, what do you guys think? A, B, or C? I'll give the chat a minute to catch up, because I know there's a slight delay here. Slight amount of lag. Yeah, definitely C. Yes, this visually exciting option not only propels the action forward, it also adds to the mystical nature of the statuary garden, the Great Hall, and Outworld. To make it work, you would shoot actors in front of a green screen, and then you could replace the green background with anything you want. In this case, it'll be the door to the Great Hall. Thanks to special effects artists, the door doesn't simply open, it sort of falls apart in a puzzle-like manner. Very cool. The next step is to devise a way to carry the actors through the portal and into another world. The fantastic voyage is again achieved with a lot of help from the computer. Digitally, filmmakers constructed a mysterious tunnel filled with gelatinous goo. Once caught in its gummy grasp, our heroes are swept through the tunnel and into the vast wasteland known as Outworld. I bet no one's seen this before. Oh.
Hey, it sent you a message.
Wow, unfinished version of that scene. I think there's another movie here too I might have passed. Let's go back. Yeah, you can tell where the falling apart and the puzzle-like stuff is. Really cool. Really cool. I think I need to check my messages, so bear with me one moment. Okay, your storyboard calls for an outrageously expansive shot where you fly through a 10-mile stretch of Outworld, approach the Black Tower, sweep up the Black Tower, and end with a close-up of Sonya held prisoner inside. Since this portion of Outworld doesn't actually exist, you have to create it in the computer. How do you seamlessly marry the computer image with a shot of an actual actor? By that they mean Sonya. A. Build a miniature model and use rear screen projection of Sonya in a miniature window. Create the shot entirely in the computer and shoot the actor against the green screen, replacing the green with the background of your choosing. I agree with B. B seems like the way to go here. I love these pictures of the tower. Oh, that's Sonya being tied up. That is definitely her. I agree with you guys. I don't think the Mortal Kombat movie ever used miniatures. I don't think that ever happened. Alright, so we went with B. Yes, creating everything but Sonya in the computer is the only way to guarantee the illusion of one continuous amazing shot. You need a digitally created exterior Outworld environment, the Black Tower, which you already have, and an exact computer replica of the live-action set of the Black Tower's interior. You shoot Sonya against the green screen, then replace the green screen with the inside of the tower. A lot of work, but in this case, well worth it. You've created a dynamic, sweeping view of an imaginary place. Amazing! If you look closely at the scene in the movie, you can see the green screen behind Sonya. You know, Melina, you're making me want to go back and watch it, like right now. This is really cool, though, the way they did it, isn't it? Like that shot. Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah, I could clearly see the green screen behind Sonya, in case you missed it. Now, what kind of amateur special effects idiot leaves a green screen right behind them? I don't know anybody who would do that. Excellent. The filmmakers want to incorporate certain aspects of the game into the movie. One example is Scorpion and his rope dart. How do you do it? Oh, wait a minute. I see a question. What are miniatures? Okay, so miniatures was big in the 1950s up to, I think, maybe even as late as the 70s. They never really fool me, but basically they would just reconstruct little tiny sets, right? They would build like skyscrapers as tall as like a regular guy, okay? So instead of like an actual giant skyscraper that you could build, it would be about the height of a person, maybe even smaller. And then just a regular random guy in a Godzilla suit would walk around and knock the buildings over. That's how they did Godzilla. So Mortal Kombat doesn't use miniatures. Miniatures were kind of passé. They haven't done that in a long time. Horong, you want to see me pick the wrong one already. Okay, I will for this one. I want to read the script. Scorpion raises his hand to Johnny's amazement. A long, wicked creature in the shape of a spike begins to discharge from Scorpion's palm. This spike is a creature with the life of its own. Its jaws snap open to reveal a revolting snake-like tongue. I'm amazed that I can read this at all, guys. This is impossible. Johnny is mesmerized and horrified. He knows he's in deep... I can't make out that last word. He knows he's in deep shit. It really does say that. Okay. That's part of the script then. Very interesting. So how do you build Scorpion in his rope dart? A is create a prosthetic hand for the emerging shots and put an actor in a Scorpion suit and fly him around on wires. What? B is create a computer-generated creature. Okay, obviously CGI is better. Let's go A then. Horong wanted us to get one Horong, so we'll do that. Not really your best option. A prosthetic hand is too limiting. It would be hard to hide the actual arm in wider shots, and to remove the wires you have to use the computer anyway. Plus, with the real version of Scorpion, you would be locked into a specific look and movement form that is not as exciting or dynamic as what you could achieve in a computer.
The captor's signature move in the film is a creature that comes out of his hand. We talked about creating the Scorpion effect with a physical model that you could see and that the actors could interact with. This might have been easier in the shooting process, but ultimately, it would have limited us to a simpler look and movement style. With a digital creature, our bounds were limitless.
Oh, that was the actual shadow kick in life that you could not get a better shot of that. In the actual movie, they added a bunch of shadows. There it was, for real, with no special effects added. Let's go with B now, if we can. Nope, I guess it's too late. Thanks, now you made Shao Kahn laugh. This is the only way to go. The possibilities are endless. A computer-created Scorpion would have no limits on motion or style. Hey, you know what, Horong? I'm really glad that you suggested going with the wrong answer, because honestly, you get extra footage this way. We wouldn't have seen that last scene if we had gone with the right answer from the get-go. So that was a good call on your part.
This is a model we proposed for the Scorpion creature, the actual projectile that flies through the air. You can see here that it's just made of a kind of gray plastic, so when it's represented in the computer, we're going to give it a kind of real lethal-looking gun that'll kind of look to it. These blue lines are the actor's hand as stored in the computer. The white lines are the Scorpion. That's where the computer sees the Scorpion. Now, what we do is we take it from these lines into a kind of a shaded format. And this is the first step in that process.
Okay. Is there a reason why Liu Kang is so strong in the lore? Okay, why is Liu Kang like the winner? I always kind of assumed it's because he's like the most pure-hearted one. He's the good one. He's the hero. Earth needs him to win. He's got to be the champion. Therefore, he is. I really think that's the honest-to-God's best explanation for that. However, they never said anything like he was bred from a cult meant to, you know, for the gods to be super-powered warriors like Johnny Cage was. They never said anything like that. There's no other in-game explanation that would suffice. Alright. In the script, our hero Liu Kang battles Sub-Zero, a frigid freak who freezes people to death for fun. Liu Kang beats Sub-Zero at his own game by throwing water through Sub-Zero's frosty sphere. The water freezes into an icicle that impales Sub-Zero and then freezes him. Nice idea on paper, but how do you make it come alive? A. Build an actual ice spear and attach it to an actor, or B. Create the ice spear in the computer and attach it to Sub-Zero. Well, I think it's obvious that the right answer is B. So, using what we learned from our last question, we should go with A. That way we get extra stuff to watch. Not your best solution. To make this scenario work, an actor would have to fly through the air with the ice spear attached, which would be heavy and dangerous. Yeah, also it could melt. Alright. Now we'll say B. Yes, with something as super fantastic as this scene, the only way to make it realistic is with special effects. You start with live action shot of the actor, then you need to decide exactly what cold looks like, what water would look like passing through that cold sphere, and what happens when the ice makes contact with Sub-Zero. A little imagination in a computer and you can come up with some startling results. Matt says, one scene from the movie I always joked about was the fact that Johnny Cage just disappears when Reptile shows up and then starts fighting Lou. Lol. Yeah, that's kind of true. In fact, during the 25-year anniversary of the MK1 movie, we kind of were teasing, I don't know if it's 25 years, but during the anniversary party of the MK1 movie that I went to last year, we were kind of teasing the actors about that. Like, Lyndon Ashby knows that that happened, like he's aware, which is kind of funny that you're thinking about that, because we brought it to their attention too. Oh, there he is, frozen to death. Hey, what is going on, guys? So if you're just joining me, this is the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM, and I'm showing it off because not too many people get a chance to see what it looks like. I'm able to run it on my system, fortunately enough, so I want to show it off. Your Thailand location seems to be the perfect place for Shang Tsung's island, and it is, except for one small problem. The script calls for an island with mountain peaks stretching thousands of feet into the sky. Thailand's limestone formations are impressive, but they're not high enough. How do you fix the problem? A. Shoot a wide shot of a real island with mountains. B. Create a miniature island. Or C. Create the island digitally. Someone's asking me, how do you get the Mortal Kombat CD-ROM? Well, I'll show you. It's not easy. You kind of have to get lucky and win this. I got one. But they're very rare. They're very rare. I was lucky. I think when I got this, it was the last one in the store. And they come up on eBay very infrequently. You really have to keep an eye on it. I don't really think you create a miniature island, guys. I think we all know that they don't use miniatures here. Actually, what they really did was they shot a real island, and then they added CG on top of it to make it more imposing. But let's start with B, because we know that's wrong. Not bad. However, to look realistic, the miniature island would actually have to be quite large, and building something like that is impractical. Temple built into peak here. Wow, that island is shaped like the Mortal Kombat dragon symbol? Dude, what? Who knew? Who knew that Shang Tsung's island was shaped like the Mortal Kombat dragon? I sure didn't. I had no clue. Wow. But it says temple built into peak right here. You can see it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I had to start all over. not too bad. Alright. Shoot a wide shot. Oh, you think I should take a screenshot of this? Okay. That's actually a really good idea. Boom! Screenshot captured. I'm gonna post this on Twitter right now. This is just so cool. That's just the most amazing thing I've seen all day. And I've seen a lot of amazing things today. I haven't told you about all of them, but this is probably right up there. I am tweeting that out. Alright, if you look at my Twitter, I just posted that screenshot. Thank you for the suggestion. Where was I? Shoot a wide shot of the real island with mountains. Good idea, but there just isn't an island that can offer you the right kind of vegetation, rock formations, and majestic high peaks. Hawaii might work in terms of mountains, but the rest of the scenery wouldn't match with what you've already shot in Thailand. There you go. Answer is C. You should guess all the questions wrong. Those picks are gold. I agree. Isn't Boone's name in the files of the game as a fighter? Yes, and he actually admitted right here in this CD-ROM that he did that to fake people out, and I will post a video of that separately to Twitter so you can find it easily. Can I link the Twitter? Just, it's tabmok99. If you go to like twitter.com/tabmok99, or if you're in Twitter and you hit search for tabmok99, you'll find me. Just follow me there and look at my most recent tweet. I got that island. Yes, you're catching on. This movie is jam-packed with amazing special effects. Creating a CG island is a little like painting over a painting. You start with an image on the computer screen. In this case, something close to an island. Your real work begins by taking away land to the left of the peninsula to create the actual island effect. You then add high peaks to the skyline, add clouds and ominous light to the sky, and you've created the perfect island for your needs. As an added bonus, you already have your 3D Dragon's Wing vessel in the computer, which can easily be incorporated into these shots. By the way, you also need a sunset shot of the island. No problem. Just change the lighting a bit and you've got your picture.
What we did to incorporate Changsung's island, which of course was not originally an island, it's a peninsula with very rounded peaks that we made look scarier and more ominous by extending with a digital map painting. There were, of course, unfortunately, boats when we were shooting that day, so we got rid of the boats. We put our own Dragon's Wing ship in so you can see where the actors are coming from, and created an island that didn't even exist.
Okay, Outworld was just asking about some other stuff before you made it into the stream. Yes. Anytime I see something like super duper fascinating, I try and post a screenshot of it. The only exception is there was one thing that was a video that I recorded, which I'll have to post later. But yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, all the interesting stuff from this stream will be there. Okay. That was the voice of Allison Savage. So if you were listening to the girl talking, Allison Savage is the special effects supervisor for Terminator 2 and for Mortal Kombat. That was her explaining how they did this island. Your next problem, how to get actors transported from a beach on Changsung's island to a temple on the highest peak of the same location. A, shoot actors walking upstairs and paint the peak with conventional matte painting. B, shoot actors on green screen stairs in the US and place them in a digital matte painting. C, construct a staircase in Thailand and add digital portions to the island later. I don't know. I assume somebody figures out how much each one will cost before they go into it. Let's go with A, because I hope it's wrong. Not quite. The director wants to start the shot in close on the actors and then pull out extremely wide to show the vastness of the island's peak. A conventional matte would limit this camera move. C. Not a bad idea, but it's just easier to do it in the United States. The original producers also found that the beach they wanted had the perfect look, but it was only accessible by boat. That means all materials would have to be hand-carried onto the beach. Construction headaches and lack of available electricity makes this option impractical. Yes, it is B. Well, that's why we said A and C first. We wanted to get it wrong. Yes, not only does this allow for the pullback, but it provides flexibility. You can tinker with the texture of the stairs later, making sure they fit with the rest of the scene. Okay. The script calls for a reptile character that is a chameleon-like creature. He is constantly changing form. He also has the ability to take on a human form in order to fight his enemies. How are you going to create this character? Put an actor in a costume. B, create the reptile creature on the computer and let an actor take care of the fight scenes. Or C, create the creature animatronically. Well, it's definitely B. We know that's what they did. So let's say A, then C, and then B. Partially right. This approach would only work in scenes where the reptile is in its human form. Far too limiting. Look for a better solution. This wouldn't be practical. The reptile is constantly changing forms. You'd have to have several animatronic suits, and then you'd have to go back to the computer to blend them into their backgrounds. No reason to double your work. Oh, that's a storyboard of when Liu Kang is reaching out for the reptile and he's invisible. You remember that scene? Where Liu Kang's like, wait, there's something here. Liu, I don't see anything. Liu walks up to it, chokes it, and then it, like, screams. Just like that. Yes! This actually really is pretty badass. Hey! Okay, weird glitch. Can't play that video. Frank Crank, this program is the ultimate guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM. Alright, so we know the answer is B. Yes, let the computer take care of the difficult transformation scenes while an actor can easily handle the human form in its fighting sequences. Here's how you'll create the reptile creature.
When we model it in the computer, it ends up looking something like this. This is a wireframe representation of the creature. And what we can do is use computer software and move it around. It doesn't actually exist, except in the computer, but we can make it move in any way that we want to. And the image of that creature will appear on the movie screen when we're finished.
Will we get another video soon? I love when you dive into the lore. Yeah, I should do one. I have an idea for one. I'm really just looking for, like... I know there's a clip out there that's perfect for what I want. Really, once I find this clip, I have everything I need to put it together. I definitely need to do a video, but I've been doing a lot of streaming because it's so much fun. Been doing a lot of streaming, and that takes away the time that I can do, like, a real lore video. And the last one that I did, the Shinnok's Amulet one, it really took a lot out of me. I worked for like a year on that one. I know it sounds silly to say, I worked for a year on that one video, but it's like, basically working together and with somebody to make sure I can get that amulet. Not to mention the map of elements. That was a very tricky thing. Nobody has that. There's a lot. Yeah, I put so much time and effort into that last lore video, and streaming is easier and more fun. Frank Crank knows. It really is. Really is. Yeah, Spidey was awesome. Spidey was awesome, man. I saw Into the Spider-Verse, probably maybe even the best Spider-Man one yet. Is this your first time going through this? On stream, yes. On stream, this is my first time going through this. I used to play this all the time as a kid. When I go through to my YouTube videos, I refer back to the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat CD-ROM all the time. And it's one of the reasons I do it is because it's so obscure and because nobody really knows what's on it. That's why I want to do this stream and kind of share it with everybody. Really? Did you do the same thing Bihan did to get it? I don't know. It was actually harder. I actually had to just go up to somebody and ask. Razor, I did tell you about this a couple years ago. You have a good memory. You're right. Trust me, most videos don't take that long, but when I started the Shinnok's Amulet video, I didn't have a green screen. When I started that Shinnok's Amulet video, nobody had the background that I ended up using. I had to work with somebody and ask them to make a special code just for me so I could do that. I could rip the background properly. Nobody had a 3D printed Shinnok's Amulet when I first started this. Nobody had a map of elements. Like, I had to kind of... I picked up the map of elements at C2E2, like in April. Like, that stuff, it's... A crazy amount of effort went into that particular video. A lot of videos aren't like that. You know, a lot of it's just sitting down and playing games and ripping footage and putting it all together. Do you have Mortal Kombat for PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, PC, and all of the Xboxes? I will say this. I do have access to every Mortal Kombat title. I can play every single one. Razor says, you show me shit I had not seen before with this. I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm glad. Yes, if you have a chance to pick this up, you should. I'll get back into sharing it with you, too. At the temple location where Shang Tsung meets Chan, the skies are generally bright and sunny. But for this monumental confrontation, you want ominous and foreboding skies. How do you alter the weather? A. Shoot every shot with the actors in front of a green screen in the US. Shoot the temples separately and add background in all the shots. B. Take a huge green screen on location. C. Shoot the ominous skies at night. Alright, it's definitely B. Because I remember seeing behind the shots of that giant green screen that they constructed. Therefore, we'll pick B last. I want to see all the extra stuff they give us. Shoot at night. This won't give you what you're looking for. Shooting at night won't look ominous. It'll just look dark. Now let's do A. This could work, but since the actors are already on location, it makes sense to shoot crucial scenes while in Thailand. And then the correct answer, B. Yes. No doubt the green screen is a cumbersome piece of equipment, and it'll take some logistical work to get it set up on location, but it really is the best solution. There are a limited number of shots that need the altered skies. Having the green screen on location allows you to take out what you need without having to replace all the backgrounds. First, you'll shoot the actors in front of green screen. Then, you bring the shot back to your computer facility in Los Angeles. You next create your desired look for the ominous skies. Add your actor back into the shot, and they're in their own computer-generated nightmare. That sounds great. I would like to green screen myself in front of this background. Ooh. Raiden, the god of thunder and lightning, has the ability to teleport and use his electrical energy as a weapon. How do you give Raiden's lightning a dynamic, updated look? A. Use a simulated lightning electrical technique and put it into the scene optically. B. Use the actual effect from the game. C. Computer generate the lightning. Just so you know, guys, I actually did take video game sprites and put them in front of video to see how it looks. and it looks badass. I love it. I don't think it would be good for a feature-length film, but just for like a GIF or something, I love it. If you've seen my Twitter, you might remember that I went to like Dan Pacina and I filmed him while he was in front of like the Shang Tsung's throne room background, and I said, "Can you just do the movement for a fireball?" And he did, and then I added the fireball later, and it comes out great. But yeah, not appropriate for a movie. So use the actual effects from a game. This isn't the best option. While some components of the game's special effects can be incorporated into the movie easily, this is not one of them. The producers wanted to offer MK fans something a little different, something a little unexpected, and I think there's gameplay footage here. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to re-rip an ISO of the CD and fix that. There's a couple videos that don't play right here. Cannot divide by 0. Yeah, nobody's asking you to, buddy. Oh. Alright, we'll go back into it. Zachary Hewlett says, "That's mean." Not sure what you're referring to there. I'm not sure what was mean. Oh, that's cool that you had a chance to meet them. I hope you still have pictures of that somewhere. And I hope anybody who wants to meet them has a chance to do so one day. C2E2 might be a good opportunity. They will be in Chicago at some time in March for C2E2. So, there you go. Oh, you lost the pictures. That sucks. Okay. Use a simulated lighting electrical technique and put it into the scene optically. Close, but not exactly. The original producers did use this method for some shots. In some of the subtler scenes, this acts as a reminder of Raiden's power, but it would not convey the wrath of Raiden. For this effect, you'll need more. Hey, I'm trying to chat. There we go. Alright, we'll go with C. Computer generate the lightning. Yes, combine a few effects and you come up with a dazzling display of Raiden power. First, you need to shoot the actors on the set. Whoa! Whoa, why would you shoot them? This is just a movie. No need to go crazy. Create an animated lightning element and put it in the scene. You then isolate Raiden, shooting him on green screen. This lets you create the transition from the animation to the live Raiden actor. Did anybody notice that he had red lightning in the MK11 trailer and he had red lightning in the movie? Anybody think about that before? If we hadn't been going over this right now, I don't think I would have even... That wouldn't have even been a thought in my head. I do talk about Federation of Martial Arts on occasion. Because when I did my video about the death of Johnny Cage, he was gone in the Federation of Martial Arts. And the person who was left was his brother, Jimmy Cage. Yeah. Crazy stuff. In your script, Shang Tsung is a great sorcerer who has stolen and enslaved souls for 10,000 years. At one point in the story, you have to release the captive souls. How do you do it soulfully? No pun intended. A. Use a real light beam and shoot actors coming out of it. B. Shoot a light beam, some kind of element representing souls in a background, and then combine them optically. Or C. Create the light beam on the computer and shoot the character on green screen. I guess I would have to say C. So let's say A and B first. Not quite. This will work for close-ups, but won't come close to what you need for the money shot. When the souls are finally set free, you need a beautiful, memorable shot. You can't get there from here. B. You got it. Oops. I said B. Why did it skip to C and says that I got it? Oh, man. Oh, well. You got it. The computer is your savior. Using the computer and green screen, you can create the room in the computer, animate the light elements and souls in the lightning effect, and then integrate the souls into the pillar light. Hey, Sentimental, how you doing, buddy? Matt's right. John Parrish came late to the show, and you had a flight. You had to head back home, so you kind of missed him. Sorry, buddy. Your script calls for heroes to wander through a 1,000-foot cavern. This is supposed to show you the vastness of the environment and the danger they're facing. Do you A, combine a miniature with the live-action set, or B, create the cavern digitally and place actors in the shot? Yes, actually. I do know where you can find the Federation of Martial Arts videos. They are on the Mortal Kombat Online official YouTube channel. So, if you subscribe to me personally, thank you. Keep doing that. Also, subscribe to the Mortal Kombat Online channel. Go back and search for Federation of Martial Arts. If I recall, they even set up a playlist so that you can watch them all in order, which is very convenient. Yeah, Federation of Martial Arts. It's a dark chapter in the Mortal Kombat history, but if you want to know everything there is to know, you kind of have to check it out, right? Brian White, thank you for visiting. I will see you later, buddy. Sentimental, yes, I can see you. Not on camera, but I can see what you're typing. And, okay. You definitely don't use miniatures. Mortal Kombat stays away from miniatures, so we'll say that. Almost. Which means no. This approach would work, but would not give you the scope a digital picture would. Yeah, I love the fact that they're on a bridge. I love the storyboard here. The way you can see them from this angle. So we'll say B. Yes. Once again, all other methods fall short of computer-generated imagery. Here's how to do it in this case. Shoot your actors on a rock floor piece, similar in look and texture to the cavern. Create a so-called wireframe, which is a skeleton-like structure in the basic shape of the cavern. Next, Add surface to the structure along with a few torches and lighting for ambiance, a few digital bats, and voila! Your CG cavern is ready for business. Okay, Hwoarang, that's the one game I have not been able to put myself through all the way, is Special Forces. I've done everything else. Do you play MKX Mobile? I do. I've played MK Advance. I've beaten that all the way through. But, in fact, let me show you guys something. Hang on one sec. I'll be... Ooh, wait. Digital bats. I don't want to miss those. Those are sweet. See it again. Oh, those are so cool. Wait a minute. That's amazing. Okay, I'll be right back. I've got to show you this. All right. Check this out. Does anybody know what this is just by looking at it? I'll hold it up closer. You can see this is Mortal Kombat Advance. But can you see what that says? That says Wide Boy 64 AGB. What kind of console do you think the Wide Boy 64 would fit into? You can play that in the GameCube. Okay, I could play this in the GameCube, but this will not fit in the GameCube. This is an N64. Yes, sir. That is right. Now, I want you all to do something. If you can, if you have another tab that you can switch to, or if you want to look on your phone or something, go to eBay right now. Look up Wide Boy 64. I know some of you are in different countries, might get different results. You'll never believe what a Wide Boy 64 is going for on eBay right now, as of this moment. It will be shocking to you. I promise you, you will not believe how much one of those things is worth at this moment. The value on these things has skyrocketed. I wish I had a couple dollars to donate. Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. Reminds me of the EverDrive 64 cart. Oh, God, I need one. Matt, I need an EverDrive 64, man. It's... Hwoarang, you just found the price. You just found the price of that thing, didn't you? And here's the messed up part. The one that's on eBay right now doesn't support Game Boy Advance. It only goes up to Game Boy Color. I've got the Game Boy Advance one. I've got the good one. Yeah, that is... Hwoarang, is Zachary really your son? Do I really have a father and son in the chat at the same time? That would be so cool. Please tell me that is true and it's not a prank. That would be so awesome. Yeah, it's very high. It's a very high dollar amount. It's one of those things where I am lucky that I got mine when I did, because it was not worth quite that much. So yeah, I play MKB Advance. Somebody, even Outworld, I don't think is active right now in the chat, but I saw him around earlier. He was chatting before. I think Outworld even suggested that I speedrun it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it does that. It does that. Shang Tsung is a 10,000-year-old demon sorcerer. Several times over the course of the script, Shang Tsung makes the transformation from his human form to the 10,000-year-old demon he really is. The original producers insisted the transformation take place in one continuous shot. How do you do it? Makeup. No! Makeup transformations have often been used in horror flicks featuring vampires and werewolves, but they're rarely seen in one continuous shot. If they are done in one shot, you would have to use an optical transition which would look more like a dissolve than a metamorphosis. There is a better way. Oh, hey Epic Jason, welcome. Glad to hear it. That Mugen stuff sounds fun. I'm reviewing the ultimate guide to MK CD-ROM. Let's go with digital matte painting. Oops. That's a yes. The character can create a perfectly seamless transformation. The character is locked down while the actor goes through his motions. Since there's only one angle, the digital artist can go through the shot frame by frame, altering it as he goes. Oh, cool. And it's gonna crash. Maybe not. Well, the only thing we didn't have a chance to do was this one. Goro Lives. And I am afraid that is all the time I have for today, folks. I will not be able to keep up this live stream anymore. You can probably go back and watch the replay. I did half of it here and half of it on Twitch, so I kind of split it up there. Sorry about that. It's my goal that I can get this on the internet, make it playable in people's browsers somehow. This works on Windows 3.1, and there's sites that have Windows 3.1 fully functional in a browser. So I believe we could do it. Turn the Mortal Kombat noise off, please. Okay. Check your Twitter inbox. Okay. Check it right now. Ah! Oh, okay. Matt, we gotta talk, man. We gotta... I need to get my buddy Fatal Cade one of those EverDrive 64s. In fact, I think I could use one myself. We gotta talk about this. Alright. Well, listen, this was a fun stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't do any more for today. I am all out of time. I will try and do another one at some point, and maybe show off more of this game. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you even... I just do them randomly. Just do them randomly. But maybe we learned something new about Mortal Kombat together. Maybe there's a lot of new footage that you've seen here for the first time. I am... Hey, Interloco. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment, buddy. I appreciate it. I know you way back from the TRMK forums and even earlier. I've seen your name around for years and years and years, so I'm glad to have you on my team. But that is it. I have closed out of the Ultimate Guide to Mortal Kombat. I am back to my normal Windows 95 setup. So... thank you very much, guys, for being here. I'll just do another one randomly at some point, and hopefully we'll catch it and hang out with me. Maybe we'll get a chance to put this thing online. Maybe if you know the right people to put me in contact with, maybe we can make it happen together. So, alright, guys. See you at the next live stream. Peace out.